A little bit, yes.
The background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay. My shirt. It's kind of the same color.
All right. AOA podcast, Frankie C. If you're watching, he looks a little different. He's got a major announcement. We'll get to it on this episode. Plus, what the hell happened to Johnny Depp? I mean, these photos that are coming out are
It's a little weird.
scary.
Jarring.
Jarring is that's the word right there. Jarring is the word.
Jarring.
You'll never believe what Kanye just did. That statement actually valid today, yesterday, and I think the day before.
You could say that once a week.
Yeah, basically.
You never believe what Kanye did.
I want to talk about the adult Happy Meal. Poor Adriana Chechik broke her back. Candace Owens versus BLM. Trump versus Bush. Myself, the Mets, and Twitter, and what happened there, and of course the earthquake fish.
There's an earthquake fish.
Mm-hmm. It's spelling doom for us all. The earthquake fish. Kind of gross looking. All that and more on this podcast.
Whoa.
Even J Sabs wants to know what this major announcement is. Do you have any idea what it is, J Sabs?
From who?
From Frank.
She didn't even know there was an announcement.
I didn't even title.
Wants to know what this announcement is that she has no idea.
He's in his bed. I know that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to it third. It's third topic.
Oh, come on. I'm going to be gone by 2.5. Just kidding.
You missed out.
Depends on how long this is.
We're going to go through this quick, I think. Kanye. There's 3 Kanye things. There's a trifecta here. Let's get the first one out of the way. He actually stood and spoke with Kim.
Okay.
Yeah, like they had a full meeting at
Wonderful.
They had a full meeting at North's basketball game. That's their 9-year-old daughter.
Good place to have a meeting.
Okay.
Good place to have a meeting. They had like a full-on talk.
To the mother of his...
Yeah, and I guess everything went supposedly well. Here's what's weird. Somebody posted a YouTube video called Last Week, and in it is like this fisheye footage of Kanye like walking around and doing things. Two of the 3 of the things we're gonna talk about are from this, and one was the meeting at the basketball game. So that was fine. They spoke. Everything seemed like pretty okay. And that was that. The second thing. Wait, hold on. Say that again, Frank. I didn't hear what you said.
You're burying the lead, the major thing with him, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. By the way, also Kim was at the LA Rams game, and they booed the piss out of her.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that? Yeah, like they put it on. Like I watched it a while ago. I can't remember, Janine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they showed her on the jumbotron, and then people kind of started booing a little, and then she blew a kiss, and then they booed even more.
Exactly. Frank is stuck in that dumb expression that he has right now. Do you see it? Oh, sorry. He's okay now.
Nobody gets frozen on the internet in like a model pose. It never ever happens.
Well, when you still have a modem and dial up to it, I mean,
that's true.
What's up, dial up?
I go with what works. I'm the last guy. I'm like the last Blockbuster. I'm not throwing away my modem, my dial up.
You are the last Blockbuster.
I got
number 2.
All the phones in the house before I go on the internet.
Number 2. In this video is a meeting between him and the Adidas people. Kanye, a couple of Kanye's people, and the Adidas people. Now, Adidas, from what I understand, because he's got a couple of deals, but Adidas, if I'm getting this right, they make the underwear of his clothing line. And so he pulls out his phone and starts showing the 2 guys from Adidas a video, and it turns out to be a porn video. And like, so now, by the way, the YouTube video has been taken down. So all we kind of have of this is what people have.
Unless his underwear is in that video.
Well, I was saying, yeah, all we have is like people like that are screenshotted and have described what happened. So I have not seen the video. I've only seen the stories that have subsequently come from it. And apparently he shows the guys like this porn video, and it took the guys a second to realize what it was. And you can hear one of the guys go, "Is this a porn movie?"
Oh
And
yeah.
Kanye says yes.
Okay, wait. Like you've never been showed a porn video at work. Go ahead.
Yeah, but by Kanye West? No, that never happened to me.
That's
It's
actually
never-
never happened to me, but I have been showed a porn or a piece of a porn video at work.
Okay,
At
so
my kid's
you
bathball game?
no.
it's never
This
happened.
wasn't at a basketball game. This was a separate
Oh.
part of the video.
Oh.
But Janine has
I
worked
thought it was the
at
same.
strange places that are not common to most people's work experiences.
I worked on Wall Street and I worked in fashion. Enough said.
Yeah, those are two. Those are
And
two.
I worked on in finance too,
No,
not on Wall Street.
Wall Street's the worst. Although I don't know, because your other company was like
That's
the
cool.
Wild West.
What do you mean when the woman used to make hot dogs in the office on her little machine? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird.
You got a bunch of weirdos in that office.
Yeah,
I don't know. Man.
I'm telling you, it's going to be on Netflix one day, so it's going to be a series. Don't you?
And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong here, Frank, but I feel like 70% of Janine's funny work stories come from that one place that wasn't on Wall Street.
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think so, and it's because I feel like because whenever you tell a story from that place, it's got to be because of that one guy. The boss was always like a weirdo, kind of like the Michael of the office. He was just a weirdo, and when you got a weirdo boss, you get weirdo people underneath you. No offense.
What?
Oh, I heard everything he said. You didn't hear him?
What the hell was that?
Yes, weirdo, but also very nasty. And also, like, no offense. Long
Yeah, here we go.
Island. Long
This is going to be
Island.
offensive. Whatever this
It's going to be
is.
very but Long Island is a definite different breed. I'm sorry, but it's definitely different working in the city versus on Long Island with all people who are from Long Island who've never worked in the city or anywhere else.
He was a flid, you're saying? You're calling him a flid?
Well, he definitely had the problem was he never really worked anywhere else. So he didn't really know how like a company was supposed to run per se,
Right.
or like normal things that companies did.
Like decency, treating your employees decent.
Right.
Got
Like not calling your warehouse manager and friend of 15 years a fucking pussy in front of everyone.
Right.
Nope. Yeah.
Well, that's normal. That's fine.
Right.
We do that to the three of us do that to each other all the time.
Well,
I
that's
know it's
normal
okay if
here.
I call him that, but see what happens? Trickle down. So now I saw him do it, so now I do it to you.
I learned it by
like-
watching
That's
you,
just
man.
It's like the abusive dad
Bad habit.
situation.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, like I said,
Well,
I'm
so
sure
back to
you've
the-
never
back-
had a porno sent to you at work.
I've never.
Back to
No,
this idiot. No.
and I've
or a
told
piece
this.
of one.
Can you guys hear me? What's
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
okay? All right. No, but I've told the story before where I walked in on my old supervisor at an airport, an airline, looking at porn,
Yeah.
which I thought was so weird because it's like of all the things that, like, I remember that job was a brainless job, and like you would just fantasize and think about like all the things you'd want to be doing besides that job, but porn was never one of the things that, like, I'd be like, I want to fly, go to the beach, or I want to be in radio, or you'd be thinking about all these things, but I'd never be thinking I'm going to sneak away and watch some porn.
Maybe you had to unload some cargo.
I mean, we worked in a dungeon with dudes. There was just nothing but it was all just dudes.
and
then
that's exactly why he did it.
that's why. Yeah.
I
It's
mean, if
like
he was
you're in-
watching gay porn, I'd get it, but he was just,
No.
it was straight porn.
But if you're in prison and you get out,
Oh,
you're very,
It's Frankie C's connection is what it
you know,
is.
so it's like prison. He's stuck in a man's world there, and he wants to. What? What'd you say?
We're losing you a little.
Oh, great.
Point taken. I get what you're saying, though. You don't have to re-explain it.
Great.
We got enough of it. We got enough of what you were throwing out there.
Excellent.
Anyway, back to Kanye. So he shows this guy a porn video, and then the guy's like pushes it away, like, "Come on, I don't want to see that." And then him and his posse continue to just like antagonize these two guys. And he says here, the point of the X-rated film was to draw a parallel between its plot and West's business dealings.
What?
So he said, "I'm only going to work with Adidas if he's the CEO." And he pointed to one of his team members. He said, you guys have done wrong by the company, by the business, and by the partnership. The whole concept of this video is that the guy had cheated. So then the girl was like, well, I'm going to do the thing that's your worst nightmare. This is your worst nightmare, Kanye said, as he looked directly at the executives. Your worst nightmare is not me hitting you. Your worst nightmare is not me playing porn. Your worst nightmare is not me screaming. We've all done this. And then he pointed to the man he wanted to be CEO, and he told him, that's your worst nightmare. And then one of the Adidas executives asked, is it your dream or is it a nightmare? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
And one of West's liaisons replied, what you're feeling right now is extreme discomfort. And that's exactly the point, because when someone steals this man's ideas, his creations, it's like you're stealing a child. These are all children of his mind, and you've kidnapped them.
This guy is off the deep end, man. I'm sorry. I don't understand why anybody follows this guy's and goes, "Oh, this guy's a genius, man." Look, I mean, he's off his rocker. He's out of his mind.
Well, it's weird because that very succinct and eloquent speaking guy that we saw on Tucker Carlson was not the guy that was showing a porn on his phone to two Adidas executives.
You mean that edited interview by Fox News? What was not straightforward?
No, it wasn't. I mean, obviously it was edited, but there were not a lot of edits in a lot of the statements that he was giving out.
Okay, I'm sure they cut at least 4 hours of rants from that video.
maybe. Doubt it.
The third thing is the Jewish tweet Instagram. Do you know what's the timeline of when he got kicked off of Instagram and then went to Twitter, and now he's suspended from both, as I understand it?
No,
I don't know the timeline, but I have the tweet.
What was the timeline,
you hear
Gene?
me?
You were about to say something. Yeah, okay.
He didn't get suspended from Instagram, only Twitter.
Only Twitter?
And
I didn't see it on Instagram.
He wrote it on Twitter as it was a sarcastic thing.
What are you talking about?
Didn't he write it in response to someone?
In response,
I don't know. Can I be honest with you? It didn't make much sense to me.
Right.
He
because
wrote.
The thing is, we don't know. I don't know what the other person wrote to him first.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He says, when I wake up, I'm going. He literally said, when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on, and then in all caps, Jewish people.
Right, because that was our sarcastic response.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think he knows
what
it's DEFCON?
No.
And he's making a joke?
Yeah.
Or do you think he just doesn't know it's DEFCON and not DEFCON?
No, you see, if he was trying to make a joke or be sarcastic, he wouldn't have followed it up with 2 off-the-wall sentences, which were...
answer my question first. Do you think he knows it's DEFCON?
No, I don't think he does.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
He says
I don't know.
He actually said the words that he's never read a book in his life, so I'm sorry.
I doubt that's true. I doubt that's true.
He said it himself.
Yeah, but like I said, he plays around a lot. Come on,
He's out of his mind a
he's
lot.
had to have read a book, at least 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Kanye's read a book. He's got nothing but time. He's read a book before.
He said he hasn't. Why would you say the opposite of that? Why would you brag about not having read a book?
Come on.
What?
To
Come
gain
on.
followers?
What is having a book? I'm reading the tweet. I don't see a book in anything in here.
No, this was days ago. This was like a week or so ago. He said it
Oh.
in some interview or something. He said he's never read a book.
All right, kid Frank,
So-
do you want to read out what the tweet says? Because I don't want to be caught on tape saying these words.
This is a quote from Kanye's Twitter that he then deleted. I mean, I could flash it on the screen. And
I like his face right now, don't you?
see,
Yeah,
that-
you keep
I'm just going to
reading.
flash it on the screen. I can't. Yeah, this is.
Just read it. Nobody can see it.
Everybody can see it.
I cannot
All right,
see that. It's
All right,
blurry.
I'll read it. Frank's getting gun
Read it.
shy. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEF CON 3. And then there's a lot of spaces, which to me says there's an edit in there. I'm going DEF CON 3 on Jewish people. Then there's a lot of spaces, no period. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also.
Yep, this is true.
Lots of spaces, no period.
What?
You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone, whoever opposes your agenda.
He was saying he can't be racist towards Jewish people because black people can be Jewish too.
So anybody could be Jewish.
Exactly, that's what he was saying. But the thing is, somebody wrote something first or said something first about him not liking Jewish people, and he wrote that sarcastically in response to them.
Can I tell you
Like,
something,
yeah,
Janine?
like I wish that on them.
Until you explained that just now, I did not understand it whatsoever.
So that's why he said. That's why he wrote that first. I don't know who it was, because honestly, I was trying to find it and I couldn't.
He all right. So in the tweet, he puts a link.
Blinding
I guess. What?
Blinding me.
I'm sorry. In the tweet, he links an article, I guess, to Forbes magazine. Musk welcomes Kanye West back to Twitter after he's blocked by Instagram over apparent anti-Semitism, and it cuts off. So that's what it says on this link on the bottom here. So then his response to that is, I'm going DEF CON 3 on Jewish people. Why would you?
It was a dumb response. Obviously, it was a dumb response, but he was being sarcastic because he didn't just like say it out of nowhere. He said it because, I don't know, somebody accused him of not liking Jewish people to begin with. I don't know, something like that first. I don't know who it was either, but stupid to write that. But again, taken out of context,
it was off on the agenda. And
I honestly don't know who said it or whatever first to him, but he was just trying to be sarcastic. Like, yeah, I really wish death on Jewish people. So,
well, I don't even think DEF CON 3 is a death threat. It's like
it's not.
like I'm gonna like feud with somebody. That's what I get from that.
Right. So I don't know.
What was the thing he said originally?
I don't know.
I don't know, and you can't see the tweet now because it's been. He
deleted it in like 30. I think it was up.
No, he didn't delete it because he got suspended for it. So they hide it now. You can't see it.
Right.
That's right. Terry's right, guys. The media only published the first part of what he said because they wanted this reaction. Boom.
You mean the media? I didn't get this from the media. I got this from Twitter.
Frank.
Okay,
that's the media, Frank.
Twitter's the media. Okay.
Yeah.
Context does matter though. It does. If there was something before that, and this is Terry's point. This is what I hate about this. You can never see that, or it'll be the last 3 lines of a 47 paragraph article where we're like, oh, here's where it started, and it's like, well, put that in the beginning.
Right. So if you just read this, you're like, what?
Yeah.
But it's because something else.
Yeah, but why would
I don't know what it was exactly, but someone accusing him of not liking Jewish people.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just say this. This is why I will never say anything bad about Jewish people.
Here we go.
This is why?
Yeah.
Because I really
Frank, I like your thought in your brain is coming out over the screen. I don't know how you're doing that, and it's in a woman's voice. I don't know how you're doing that, but maybe that's your big
I
surprise.
throw
Go
my
ahead.
voice.
Anyway, as I was saying, why I will never be mean to Jewish people is because I want to be in movies one day, and it would be bad to offend them.
It
As a
would be
people.
very bad.
And I would never say anything that would be even remotely offensive that would cause me to put that in jeopardy.
But in the
And I'm
same,
not just saying that to the Jewish people that run Hollywood. I mean that for all Jewish people, just to be clear.
okay, but I don't understand why this gets defended. There's no. Why would you? In the same tweet, he goes on and is like, "Black people are actually Jew also," and he says that he appears to accuse Jewish people of blackballing anyone who opposes the agenda. It's like, this is all bullshit Jewish, rhetoric against Jewish people. What the fuck? I mean, why are we defending this? It's bullshit. And if he's trying to make a joke, it's a really terrible joke. So
Well,
I think it's just kind of crazy talk, though, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
because
it's crazy.
I expected him to follow it up with something, which he didn't do. Right? He never said
Well, he
something
got
else.
banned. He's banned from the social media
I'm
for
sorry.
now. I guess I don't know how long.
Eric's comment. Frankie C reminds me of Prison Mike tonight. Only Office fans will get that.
Who's Prison Mike?
Exactly.
From The Office.
Yeah, I got it.
He's clearly responding to something because he wrote on
Yeah.
Jewish people. But you have to admit his logic is complete. Like, just because black people could be Jewish, he can't be anti-Semitic. That doesn't check out.
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't check out. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking on this one.
And then this is what this comes from. So in Forbes magazine, in the article that he was referencing in that tweet, he says this announcement. The tweet comes after. Let's see. There was a Kanye West shared a screenshot of a text conversation with rapper Sean Diddy Combs, appearing to accuse him of being controlled by Jewish people, saying he would use Combs as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me, that no one could threaten or influence me. So prove himself that he's not controlled by Jewish people or something. It's like, what the fuck? Who are you?
I'm confused. He said that
fighting?
he said
Who are you
that P
fighting?
Diddy was controlled by Jewish people.
I'm reading what the articles are here.
Wait,
The
who?
announcement comes. Hold on. Wait.
The media is.
So Kanye,
Eh?
in that tweet, the reason he put that tweet out is in response to this article from Forbes magazine. The article is the headline is Musk welcomes Kanye West back to Twitter after he's blocked by Instagram over apparent anti-Semitic post.
Can we just stop you right there? Isn't it kind of hilarious then that this exact tweet is the thing that got him suspended from Twitter? That's kind of funny.
Oh, there was an initial tweet, then this article as a response, and then it's the follow up tweet that gets him canceled, shut off of Twitter. Okay, a spokesperson for Meta told Forbes that West, who legally changed his name to Ye, violated the company's rules and policies, and that previous content from his account has.
Frank's internet is killing me tonight.
It's the Jews.
I mean, it's killing me.
Comes one day after West shared a screenshot of a text conversation with rapper Sean Diddy Combs, appearing to accuse him of being controlled by Jewish people. So it looks like West accuses Diddy of being controlled, saying he would use Combs as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me, that no one can threaten or influence me. In other words, he's using combs as an example so he's like you could tell the Jewish people that control you that you're not going to get to me. You're not going to influence me.
Got it. I got it now.
And
So
then
Pete
he responds with this DEFCON 3 thing.
got it. All right. So P Diddy's controlled by Jewish people. Is that right?
According to Kanye West, that's what it seems in this article. Unless I'm reading it wrong, someone read the article and tell me if if I'm mistaken here. But it's like, why even? What are you doing, man? Just why even? Why? What are you mentioning anything like that for?
I mean,
Stupid.
realistically, real talk here though. Is anybody real talk?
Well, here we go.
Is anybody controlled by Jewish people other than men that are married to Jewish women? I mean, realistically, because I'm controlled by an Italian people, but that's only because I married one.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
You know,
those who worked on 90210 definitely.
It's just
and Melrose Place
thing.
definitely.
It's a stupid thing to say. I mean, why would you share? He shared it voluntarily. It looks like Kanye shared the screenshot saying the Jewish people control you and they're not going to get to me. Okay. That's basically what he said.
Right. Okay. But do you think is that anti-Semitic, or is that like, hey, the people that you all do business with, who he is blanket statement saying are all Jewish, control him?
That's like the definition.
Yeah, that's a little anti-Semitic, I guess.
That's saying everybody in power is Jewish and they control you. That's anti-Semitism.
All right, Paul writes in, thanks for Columbus, Anthony. See, now we just...
All right.
I didn't want to get it.
Christopher Columbus was a horrible person.
I didn't want to get into the Christopher Columbus thing.
I knew that was coming up.
But I found it so funny. Like, I followed Twitter all day today, and Twitter was just like everything was trending. Columbus, Americans, Italians. Like, out of the 25 trending topics, 23 of them were up to and related around, Columbus Day and Italians and all that stuff. I can't talk about this. I'm so exhausted. I don't care. Like, I don't really care.
Indigenous Peoples Day is all I want to say to everyone out there.
What'd you say?
I said Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, I'm not even crazy about that. I just, I think that, like, the history, it's just, and like, our human history is littered with shitty people who got off one or two amazing things. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's any way to really escape that. So to argue over whose day this is, the Italians or the indigenous people, it's Columbus's day, it's not going. I just don't give. It's just all so silly and stupid.
I'm Italian. Can't we just pick a different guy, a different day? What's the big deal?
I mean, look, I don't think it's about picking a different day. I just think, again, he's literally the guy responsible for Western civilization, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, he discovered the goddamn fucking landmass. It's on him. He was ballsy enough to make the move.
Yeah.
And then he did subsequently really horrific shit after that, which most people do. Especially back then.
People do horrific shit?
Yeah.
No,
Anthony,
most
you're
people don't do horrific shit.
Once they get power.
Say that again, Janine.
I said, Anthony, you have done horrific shit, and you're a horrible person. About 70% of the time, right?
Should have seen what I did to my wife yesterday morning.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? She can't walk. She can't walk right now. Ask her.
You murdered that.
Yeah, you ask her. Ask her if she can walk okay right now. Text that to her. Don't ask her any other details.
Oh, God.
She hurt her leg, so now I'm trying to claim responsibility. Trying to tie in two unrelated actions. Don't ask her how she hurt her leg. Just ask her if she could walk today, and you'll see that it's all true.
I just texted her. What's wrong with your leg?
She broke her leg.
And I put leg in quotes.
You put the old Pinta and the Santa Maria?
Yeah, I sure did, buddy. No, she's at that point where she's just injuring herself by being 40. That's really like what happened here. Like I turned 40 and now everything hurts and doesn't work. Is basically what's going on. Anywho, so let's talk about what's
Bottom
important,
line,
and
Columbus didn't discover shit.
he discovered it. Oh, and then I got this. I saw some crazy. Some guy on Twitter
Discovered
goes,
what?
he didn't discover America. He landed in the Bahamas. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. Like he fucking. Everybody thought you'd leave, and fall off the face of the earth, and he discovered an entire landmass. Who gives a shit if he was in the Bahamas or Florida or wherever he fucking landed? He did it.
It was already discovered, dude. People were already here.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, in the form of recorded history, the world was like happening in Europe. It was basically the center of it all.
You
I
know, there's
understand there was
other
people
history
here.
too.
What?
Before that. There's other recorded history in the Americas before Western civilization came here.
Yeah, but they didn't teach me that in grammar school.
Oh, all right. I mean,
So-
they didn't. They maybe didn't write it down in our language or in a European language, but they
Yeah.
wrote it down in their language, and it's here. I mean, it happened. I'm just saying.
I'm saying he did a great thing and then did a lot of shitty things as other people did over the course of history.
Yeah.
He sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. That's what he did.
He what?
He sailed across the Atlantic, is what he did.
It was a ballsy move. You wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
I would not have done it.
I could see this conversation happening and then be like, you guys should go that way. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm not going. I don't give a shit what's over there. I could care less. I'm sitting here with my fucking puffy socks and my puffy shoulder thing. I'm going to write some fucking poetry and eat some grapes and hang out. That's what I'm fucking doing.
Right.
Well,
We need spices. We'll go make spices. How you make a spice here?
Better. You probably would have been better off.
Yeah, I got news for you. There's plenty of spices here. We don't need to fucking go over there. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
If you want to blame something, blame Indians from India because they made such delicious spices that we had to go, oh, I need a better way to get to that fucking spices. Am I wrong, Janine?
Yeah.
He didn't even
Did you
find
say,
it.
yeah, I can't hear you.
Huh?
All right.
This thing on?
Let's move on to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp looks like shit. What happened to Johnny? Let's go to Janine.
This facial hair.
This is Janine's guy. I love Johnny Depp. I want to blow Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is great. Johnny Depp looks like a crazy homeless crack addict.
I'm trying
What
not
happened?
to move it, by the way. I got a bad prop here. There we go.
Obviously, I like him if he looks homeless. Hello.
You think he looks better? Did you see the pictures? I put a link in the description,
Yeah.
by the way, for everybody if they want.
Pictures
I
are
just
bad.
saw them.
Not good.
Like, I
It's
don't
not
know
good.
what he's doing.
He shaved all the facial hair. The facial hair.
Oh,
actually
is that what it is?
Right.
Yeah.
And
How
you
many
know I'm
times did
not
I
a
say it?
fan. I'm not a fan of facial hair.
How did you not know?
I can't hear you, Frank. You're like barely. You're cutting in and out a lot. It's hard to hear what you're saying.
Glad to be here.
I'm sorry, buddy.
But yeah, he shaved all his facial hair off, and this is like the one instance where facial hair made him look better, made someone look way better.
Yep.
Well, one of you. Where a lot of facial hair made someone look better. No offense, Anthony.
Did you? None taken. Did your dads have facial hair?
No.
Yeah, mine had a mustache for a long time.
My father had a mustache. What was that? What was happening in the 80s?
My father, my uncles, they all had mustaches. Some of my aunts. I'm kidding.
Free mustache rides.
My dad had a mustache, and when I was like 6, he just shaved it off one day. And I just remember walking into the room and I screamed at my mom. I go, "There's an intruder in the house." I'm like, "Call 911. I don't know what's happening. This strange man is staring at me." It was jarring. Like the first time I saw my father without a mustache, it was fucking jarring.
Yeah.
My father did have a mustache, but when I was young, though, like way younger. I just don't like facial hair. Maybe because he used to, when he did have the mustaches, he used to wear a T-shirt that said "free rides" with an arrow pointing up.
Wait, is this your dad or Johnny Depp?
My dad.
Got it.
Was it a plaid T-shirt? That's the only way it's acceptable.
It was
No,
definitely plaid.
and this is correct. Frank is correct. He looks way better with facial hair.
Yeah, you had that whole Jack Sparrow thing going.
Yep.
He looks like, I don't know, man. It's not good. He just looks like a melting wax figure. And he's not even like wrinkly. It just looks weird.
Yeah, no.
I could have sworn that this was not him. Like
It's a huge difference.
I thought that they got him wrong. Like coming out of the by the way, this is in New York. The Portchester is up in Westchester, I think. I'm like,
Worcester?
what?
Nothing. Move on.
But it's him. It came from Splash News, which is like, and it was his show. I was like, I can't fucking believe this. I could have sworn that this was the wrong guy. Like, it looks like when you're scrolling TikTok and you see like the kind of over the hill fat guy that does the impressions of the celebrity, and he's like talking as a celebrity, and you're like, oh, this is kind of at first swipe, it looked like him, but that's what he looks like now. He looks like
someone doing an impression of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. He looks messed up.
He looks like a deep fake.
He looks like a deep fake. I kind of want to send him money. I feel so bad for how his life has turned out. Meanwhile, this Amber Heard, have you seen her? All the articles I see now of her is she's on some beach in Europe and she's fucking taking it easy with her kids and shit. She looks like she's doing just fine.
She's hanging out. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You think it's the new girlfriend said, "Why don't you shave the mustache and the beard?"
The lawyer? I don't know.
Lawyer.
But I'll tell you what, I don't think is it Camilla or Camille? I forget. Which one's the queen and which one's his lawyer? It's all confusing to me.
I think it's chamomile.
Got it. I don't think he's gonna get Camille. I don't think she's gonna come around now with him fucking looking like this. He looks like shit.
He does. Grow the facial hair back, honey.
Yeah, it honestly hurts my soul. All right, Frank, you have a major announcement. Everybody wants to know why you're sitting there looking terrible, sounding horrible, no internet again. We all want to know what the answer is. You got Tweety Bird on the coat rack, which is rare that I acknowledge what's on the coat rack.
That's true. Well, Tweety Bird has nothing to do with the announcement. It's just something on the coat rack. The reason people have been saying I look like I'm in bed. I am in bed.
By the way, can I say this too? It's time for a new.
He has COVID.
Set.
What?
Why, Janine? You don't have to step over my joke and the announcement. And now he's frozen. Do you see what happened?
You ruiner.
Go ahead. You have COVID?
What happened? I have COVID. I got it. I don't know. I started feeling it Friday, right after the show.
What? Oh my goodness!
Great. Frank literally got COVID from doing the podcast.
Podcast gave me COVID.
Robin.
There was a guy, Robin. Yeah, Robin was on the show.
Yeah,
he had podcast COVID, and he gave it to me.
Podcast COVID. Yeah, look, see, Robin, how do you feel now? You almost took down 1/3 of the program.
You see that? Can you say?
Can I just say one thing?
Aaron wants to say one thing.
So as soon as
Nobody was ready for this. You need an introduction.
As soon as I told my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, she has to tell Anthony and Janine." I'm like, I don't think you understand how this podcast works. They thought you were all in the same room.
Yeah, they thought she was like, "Yeah, you got to tell them they were on a podcast together." So it's like, no.
So she's never actually seen an episode. That's good.
I don't think she has. I don't think she's a member. She
right.
might have.
Her and my mother are the same.
Member.
Wow. How many boosters? Oh,
yeah. So
he's frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm here.
Hold on. Janine and Jennifer are tripping over to ask you the same question. How many?
Oh my God.
How many times?
I am so sick and tired of this argument.
I am just curious how many boosters you have.
One booster, but that's not the point. The vaccine, in case the thousandth time we have to say it.
You don't have to say it again. We understand. We're just busting.
I'm going to say it again because obviously people don't listen.
But I
vaccine
could have
is-
Oh, I
sworn
listen, Frank. Hold
I could have
on.
sworn.
vaccine's
Hold
not-
on. All right, everybody, hold on.
No,
I was
Excuse
talking to
me.
my wife about
Yeah.
this, and I could have sworn you got the new booster.
I got the first booster. I didn't get the second one yet.
That's why you
I
got
thought we
COVID.
were on the third booster.
I don't know. I didn't get the third one either. I got the 2 shots and and 1 booster.
So you have the same amount as me. Oh no, wait, I didn't get the booster.
Uh,
No, I didn't get the booster. Okay.
when did you test? When did you test positive?
Friday night after this podcast, I went. You know what? Maybe I should, because I had to go somewhere Saturday, and I said, you know what? Let me test for COVID, and then the thing like lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, yep.
When did you start feeling sick?
Right after, literally after the podcast ended, I was like, man, because I went from from the basement to the kitchen up here, and I was like, I felt like chills, like I had a cold, and I was like, oh man, I don't know, I gotta go somewhere tomorrow. I should test. I tested, and that was it. The line showed up, and I was like, ah, shit. So that was it.
So here's the. Go ahead, Janine. You were gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry.
you know, I'm like, I want to know everything. Does your wife have it?
She has it too. We're both on the upswing. We're both pretty much over it. I'm like 95% better.
What were
she's
your symptoms?
probably better than me. The worst was Friday night and Saturday. I had a little bit of aches. My head was like I had a lot of congestion and a little swimminess. Like I was a little foggy. Okay, did you hear me?
Yep.
I was a little like foggy, and I was like congested, and I had some aches. But the worst of it was Friday night and Saturday. But I feel a lot better now. Right now, I just feel a little congested, but it's not that bad.
Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. We didn't really go anywhere this past week. We went one night. We went out to a restaurant, maybe there. But I can't.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You still go to the supermarket and wear a mask?
No, I should, but I'm probably gonna do that after. I'm gonna do that now.
Why? You already got it.
Yeah, but I don't want to get it again. Now it's.
But you're alive. You're alive.
It's different when it hits
You're
home.
alive to tell the. You're alive to tell the tell.
Yeah,
tell the
thank
tale.
goodness I was vaccinated and boosted.
You got that
'Cause if I
immunity
wasn't, I
now,
can
brother.
imagine- What?
I
What?
say you got that immunity now. Take it out for a spin, baby.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't want to pass it to anybody. I just feel like maybe I should pitch in a little more and do it and wear the mask again. Maybe I'll do
After 5 days, you're fine. The CDC said you're fine after 5 days.
No, I know, but I'm just, then once I'm out of it, pitch in again.
Why?
Why not?
Because you just had it. You're not going to get it again.
You could definitely get it again. Your immune system's fighting it better, sure. I'll probably have more antibodies because I got it and because I'm vaccinated. So I'm probably very healthy with, I'm not going to get it. But I also don't want to pass it, from me to someone. So,
You're not going to pass anybody. Rhoda says you're immune for 3 months. I thought it was more. I thought it was like 6 months. I mean, I guess it depends on what strand you have too.
Cool. Sounds good.
Can I just point?
Having it.
Can I point out a couple of things? The first thing I want to point out is Frank had the longest streak out of all of us, which is pretty amazing because I thought Janine was immune to it. She like okay. Here's the difference. Frank never left his house, which is why he never got it. Janine literally licked a COVID-19 victim and didn't get it. So we were kind of like. You're right. I wonder what's happening here. And then when Janine got it first, we were like, I lost money on that. It's $10 I'll never get back from my wife.
And I didn't even have the symptoms that Frank had.
You had none of that? You didn't feel nothing?
And here's the thing. I really do think that my allergies helped it, if that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Could it have just been allergies?
No.
You definitely tested. You took a test and it was positive.
I tested that's when people were testing. I'm never testing again anyway, but
Never testing again.
I'll never test. I'll never test
She
again.
gave me shit for taking a test on the Saturday. Like, you were genuinely mad at me for taking a test when somebody who I
Yes.
was with was like,
Yes.
I have COVID.
Right.
I think that's just considerate. All right, granted, the test was expired. Let's not focus
Exactly.
on the details. At least I try. I gave it the good old
Thanks,
college
Biden.
try.
Right.
So if I didn't test for COVID, and we have my party coming up, and everybody shows up, and I gave half the people their COVID,
You have to cancel the
wouldn't-
party.
you
That's
wouldn't be
not.
pissed at me if I
No,
gave
I'm not
you-
coming to the party to get COVID.
Well,
That's,
listen.
yeah.
If Janine, if I had COVID for my party, you show up, I gave you your husband, and then your husband, and you guys gave it to your kids, and everybody you know now has COVID. You wouldn't be pissed at me that I didn't tell you I had COVID.
I wouldn't. Well, no, because you didn't know you had it.
Because I didn't test. What if I tested?
Plus,
Said, oh,
it's
no.
already. It would be a week. So, are you not having your party now?
He wouldn't know it was a week if he didn't take a test.
Right, but I'm saying he felt sick.
No,
Oh,
Friday.
what
you're
if I
saying, yeah,
didn't-
right, yeah.
My point
Janine,
is, what if I didn't
trying to
test?
get this thing canceled. Well, shut the
I know
fuck
you're
up.
trying to
Me
get
too.
it canceled.
No, my
So, are you
point is,
canceling it or no?
no. But my point is, what if I didn't test and I had COVID? Like, what if this symptoms and everything happened the night before the party, and I didn't test? Maybe I have COVID, maybe I don't, and I show up to the party and I talk to you and I go, I feel terrible. Maybe I have COVID, maybe I don't, and now you have it and everybody has it, and I told you that. Oh, I didn't test, but maybe I have it.
Honestly, it's a
You wouldn't
different
care.
time now than it was in 2020 when it first started. So I
You
feel
give a
like
shit?
I would not get mad at you.
I'm with you on it's a different time. I would be like, you can still just stick a thing up your nose for 4 seconds and
Thank you.
just get some peace of mind going.
Thank you. Wouldn't you feel better knowing like you didn't get your whole family and friends?
I already got my whole family sick, so it doesn't matter. Oh. Well, that's true. If you don't feel good, then you shouldn't have the party at all. But I used to hate that anyway, when people would just come into work and they were sick and then they would just spread it. That's a different story.
That's the
just,
same
you know,
story. That's the
True.
same story.
But I'm saying that's just in general. But I think it's just a different time now. I wouldn't get mad at you if you just started feeling sick that night.
The night before, and I come up to
I
you
know,
and
but
I say,
you wouldn't do that though.
exactly,
You just wouldn't do that in general. So,
which is my point.
but there's
Here's
a lot.
why-
But I'm saying there's a lot of people who go to things and still have things while they're sick.
Which is my point. So
Here's
if
why
I,
I'm mad at
No,
you.
I'm not talking about COVID. I'm just any sickness.
all right,
I'm mad
I
at
got-
you for two
okay.
reasons. Sorry, Janine.
who, me?
Go ahead.
Who, me or you?
No, Janine, you go.
I got a very bad stomach virus because someone didn't want to miss their daughter's birthday party. That person,
That couldn't have
Had-
been me because I would have. That
That
sounds
would
like
be-
something I'd want to miss.
it it was a stomach virus, and the woman had a stomach virus, cooked food for the party, and I'm not kidding you when I say only 2 people out of 40 people did not get a stomach virus.
Were there
night.
nachos for the table?
No.
So then all's forgiven.
Here's why I'm mad at Frank. 2 reasons. One, he got the easiest COVID. I mean, can we even call this COVID anymore? This is like half COVID.
It was not that easy. It was for a good 18 hours there. I felt like shit. I'm gonna be honest. It felt like a flu.
That's crazy. So I am not boosted or have any shot, and I didn't even feel like that at all. And
Yeah,
you
I'm really
guys
mad
both
at
have
you.
the shots.
I
So-
had the worst COVID. I had like 6 days of like a brutal fucking.
You had a man cold, okay?
I had back in my day. We got COVID. Okay, that was COVID. Whatever the fuck you guys have now is nothing. Second
This
of
is
all,
The snowflake.
I do think it's a different time now, though. I think
It's
that
a
a
different time.
lot of people are just getting it now, and either they're getting it and they don't even know because they're not testing. So like, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, but
Like
you get it does suck. It's not, it's not fun, and you're sick.
being sick, no matter what, isn't fun.
Yeah, agreed.
So
If there's something you could do to stop spreading it, wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, but I agree that a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just allergies," and they just don't give a shit. Like they
and
really don't
I don't
care
mean
anymore.
I don't mean with COVID. I mean like with anything, like any sickness, they'll
Yeah.
just say whatever and they'll just go do it and spread it no matter what. So I don't see any difference between that and COVID because you're still if someone doesn't care about going out and spreading it to people, any sickness to people, they're not going to care about COVID. So like
Yeah,
it just doesn't matter.
yeah,
It
people were
doesn't
doing
matter.
that a lot. People were doing that a lot back in the day. They were like sick and they would go into their work. That was big in radio. I fucking hated everybody I worked with because they'd be sick as a dog and then come in and fucking cough all over the mic and all
Yep.
this shit. And I'm like, stay the fuck home.
Right. But
That's
Christina's
because
right.
every dickhead in radio is insecure that whoever comes in to fill in for them for the day, everybody's gonna be like, this guy's great. Why am I listening to that other piece of shit? Which is definitely a concern for most of the people that I used to work with. But they would be all sick and shit, and then they would just take the whole station would fucking pass it around. It's like, stay the fuck home with your little flu that you're gonna knock everybody out, for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I agree with you there. But here's the thing: I want to point this out because everybody thinks Frank's Mr. Nice Guy, and I'm awful. I thought I might
I
have
doubt
had
whatever you're going to say next is going to change that.
What?
I doubt whatever you're going to say next is going to change that.
I'll change it. I thought I might have had COVID, and out of the precaution for everybody, bowed out of a gathering that I wanted to go to. Then when it came time for Frank and I to just go to an Islander game by ourselves, he literally went out and got COVID just to avoid spending
Hanging out.
time with just me.
It sounds like something you would do, bringing up our last conversation on Friday night, okay? How
Basically.
You cannot just do a one-on-one conversation. So
basically, which is why I want to point out the hypocrisy in somebody else.
And painting services by Steve. Frank didn't respond to Anne's text. It's karma. Me. You're sick. He might be right.
Maybe be nicer to your friend.
See what happens when you don't respond to text?
6 people didn't respond to that text. So
how's your wife feel? Worse than you? Same?
No, better.
Less?
Better. It's a little less.
She didn't have it as bad?
No, not as bad.
Yeah,
not as bad. Mine was a little worse. But seems better. The only thing I have right now, a little head congestion. That's all. Everything else seems fine.
I just
what?
But here, not you, Frank. I'm just saying people are, because I just thought of something that happened. People are very hypocritical about it, though. Meaning, like, they'll say something to you or about you when you're sick, but then when they're sick, it's different rules. Not you, Frank. I'm just saying. I just thought of an instance, something that happened, and that's what bothers me.
I'm switching to my phone. I can't take this anymore.
Okay. Poor Frank. COVID. Now he's got iPad issues.
So my voodoo doll finally worked. In other news.
What is wrong with you? Why are you so happy, this guy? I've never seen somebody so happy to see somebody else in discomfort.
I'm not happy.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not happy. I just.
Why are you smiling so much? This is the happiest I've ever seen you.
I'm not. This is a smile. This should have been my wedding day smile.
You weren't this happy when you got married. Hold on. Here's Frank.
Definitely not.
I'll turn that bad boy the other way around.
Oh, I hate doing that. All right, there we go.
There you go.
And apparently it's spreading to your computer. That's really funny.
Frank, don't go towards the white light. What is Frank? Commissioner Gordon called. He needs his light back.
It's not that bright of a light. It's just for some reason on the
I said,
camera.
if I see a Batman in the back,
For some reason, it's the camera. I don't know why. It's not that bright of a light.
Yeah, I got news for you. You're getting a phone for Christmas this year. The podcast gift is going to be a fucking phone. We got to get you into this
he
century.
needs an iPhone.
Get me a
You
phone.
need
That'd
an.
be great.
I've never seen anybody. Did you flip that phone open before you dialed into the show here? What happened?
I had to connect 2 strings, but yeah.
Now it's clear. Oh, here now I can see your face a little bit. All right. Oh no, now it's gone.
What do you mean?
You kind of go in and out of. We have to talk about this because we're in a group chat with. Well, Frank's part of the problem. I think the Pennsylvania people are the problem too. You get in a group chat with some of these Samsung people, and then when you try and send a photo or a video, I can't stand it. Our friend likes to send far too many videos of himself. I love you, pal, but you do. Every fucking video he sends is like a little postage stamp. I don't get it.
Yeah, because
And I don't think he knows that. And then nobody responds. And then I think he feels bad about the fact that like nobody's like answering his hilarious
Who's
video
that?
pages. Ray the cop.
All right.
Frank is sending the COVID bat signal.
All right, let's move on. Are you okay? So when are you out of the woods here? Wednesday? Are you canceling your party?
Party is on, baby. Party's Friday.
I'm gonna ask you a
We're good.
question. Don't get offended. Are you going to tell everyone that
Very
attends?
offensive.
Oh. Are you going to tell everyone that
what?
attends that you had COVID?
I've already basically told my family. You guys know. I mean, I'll tell the group, but there's not a lot of people that don't know yet.
Will you be offended if Janine wears a mask the entire time?
Oh, you know I
I'd have the biggest smile on my face. That'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do quite the opposite. As soon as I see you, I'm gonna kiss you right on your mouth.
All right. Well, that's a different
Actually,
podcast.
when you were gone, I asked my husband, and he was like, "Go for it."
All right. Well, at least that's 1 out of 2.
And I just asked your wife too, and she was like, "If you want, you could kiss both of us." And I was like, "Okay."
Get that COVID, baby.
Now this is getting saucy. Now we might have to put this in the members only area. You can't hear her, but my wife made the same exact joke that Janine just did off mic. Yeah.
Which one? The kissing one?
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about Janine. She likes to lick COVID. I think that's her.
I'm just gonna cough
fetish.
in all your food. I'm just gonna cough right in all your food.
I think it would be hysterical if we all showed up in masks, though. Don't you think that would be funny?
Do it.
I think that'd be pretty funny. We never talked about the food situation. You were supposed to pick the menu. I'm glad your wife is there. Erin, is she still there?
She's not here now.
I've already picked my favorite.
Where's the menu?
Of the menu.
I don't know what the fuck is on the menu.
Oh, I know it.
Oh, you know what? You know what's funny? I have the menu in the basement near my usual setup.
Oh Jesus! What did you pick for food? What's going to be the highlight? If I'm coming and I'm going, I need a top 3 from Frank. What can I look forward to? What are you saying? These are the 3 things that you can't miss.
Well, you know what I could do? If you give me a minute, I can maybe get the menu and I can go over some stuff.
I would love that. I'd love that.
All right. So I'm gonna
remove you.
Go up.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to you when you're back. All right. Well, as it happens. Where should we go here next, J Sabs? What do you want to talk about? Adult Happy Meals? Adriana Chechik? Okay. Well, let's talk about adult Happy Meals. The Disney adult is a thing, right?
Yeah.
This is like somebody who goes to Disney all the time. I felt like I almost became... What?
Oh, whoops.
Who?
I said fucking freaks.
I felt like I almost became a Disney adult. I was very into Disney.
Close. You wear Crocs. Go ahead.
I do wear Crocs. But I think
Crocs?
McDonald's found a way to monetize Disney adults.
Wait, I have one question.
Yeah.
Do you think that Frank's gonna blame long COVID now on everything?
I
For the rest of his
I
life?
do. I would. I mean,
Okay.
I am blaming
just
long
wondering,
COVID
just
on
wondering.
things. Frank, are you going to blame long COVID on your COVID dick?
What am I doing? No, that's a different problem.
Have you been able to get an erection since getting COVID?
Oh, it's like stronger now.
Really?
Is it?
It's better,
Gaetano?
better than it used to be.
Let me see.
I'm sending my
Let me
roommate.
see.
I'm
What do you think's
sending
holding up my phone?
I'm sending my roommate to your house right now.
What do you
Be
think's
careful.
holding up the
Janine's going to
camera?
rub your penis at the. She's going to rub your penis and rub it on her husband's penis to transfer it over.
I'm gonna be like this.
That's the after party.
Janine, is it true that that you're going to make your husband dock to Frank? Is that what's?
If we're lucky, yes.
Okay. That would be amazing.
Okay.
I would love to see a live penis docking. I think that would be.
If there's one person you can count on for that, it's not my husband, but it's definitely my brother.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. He's not shying away.
That's not a foreskin. That's a six skin. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh boy. All right.
Don't laugh at the easy ones.
All right. So we have, first of all, I put it out there that it's an open bar. Okay, so that's you can't go wrong there, right?
All right, stop right there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna say first? Because
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
They have really good drinks there.
Damn right they do.
I've been there before, so.
Good
Hang
stuff.
on a second. Did this restaurant used to date your husband, Janine? Because you fucking stalked out this scenario. Like I haven't even. Have you gone there?
I've been there before, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I know the place. And
Yeah.
wait, was I just there for a shower? Now I can't remember if I was there or a different place for a shower. Either way,
Shower?
a
Golden or
shower.
regular?
Oh boy.
Who do you think is going to be the drunkest person there?
My wife just raised her hand, but I'm raising my hand too.
That's hysterical. Are you guys taking an Uber over to the restaurant?
I'm walking. It's 25 miles. I'm walking. No, it's actually one of my birthday presents from Aaron's friend is the ride there and back.
Hold on a second. We have to get you birthday presents?
No, you don't have to give me nothing.
Who the fuck is this person buying you a ride there and back? That's a great idea. That is
Your
something that
mother.
we should have come up with.
Yeah, Anthony.
Your mom's
Surprise!
giving me the
Aaron's
ride,
friend
baby.
is actually your mom.
Yeah. She's
I want
giving me
the
the
name of
ride, baby.
I want the name of this piece of shit that's making us all look so bad.
Her name is Mama. Yeah, that's true. She's not going to remember that.
All right.
12 years ago at our wedding, you walked down the aisle with her.
I don't remember that because I wasn't invited.
I want to
But
see.
go ahead.
There we go. See, why do I bring anything?
Janine, you remember you were there, right?
Oh yeah, it was a
That's okay. It's okay that you weren't there. You know who else wasn't there? Frank's brother.
He was there in spirit.
I love when that's brought up though.
He was there in spirit. You get it.
Who do you think is going to be the most drunk, really, though?
Out of the friends?
Yeah.
Good question. I don't know. I think we're looking at her.
Unfortunately, I cannot go crazy because I have an event the next morning that I am in charge of. So I can't go nuts.
All right.
There is a walk that is all on me. So yeah.
This responsible Janine is very foreign. I don't get it. Is this like
I
a
don't
bit you're
trust her.
doing?
Oh, it's not a bit.
Not that
Trying
funny.
to be good. So maybe I'll just have 3 or 4 drinks instead of 7 or 8.
I am going to go ahead and pick Janine's brother or brother-in-law.
Yes. Him.
Yeah.
I think those are 2 solid picks because being related to Janine it makes you want to drink.
Oh.
But I don't think your brother's coming to the show.
I was just actually texting Aaron. Is my bro coming?
He's not coming.
He hasn't been to anything in a really long time. What's going on with him? Is he okay?
Which is amazing because that's his excuse for not coming, that he's going to something.
Right.
So what is he going to if it's not our things?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he
'Cause
hiding
anyway,
a nose
I
job
asked-
or something? I haven't seen that guy in 3 years.
I asked him, and I did not get a response from him.
How does that feel?
But he also hates me, so
How does that feel?
how does that feel? Right? It feels like he might be looking like he has some COVID coming.
Yeah.
Wait, you said you asked him something. Did you ask him to a hockey game? Because he doesn't answer those.
No,
All right, Aaron. It wasn't that good.
Frank, you missed my
Cracking up here.
COVID voodoo doll joke.
What?
When you got kicked off, or whatever, I said, I can't believe it. My COVID voodoo doll finally worked.
Oh, so you hoping I get COVID?
Never. You just put
Messed
those
up.
words in my mouth, Kanye.
I
She
did
was
not.
not
You
hoping.
said
She
you had
was not. I could say she was not hoping. She was wishing. There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, you said you had a COVID voodoo doll.
Hoping and
That's-
wishing. What is the difference, right?
Well,
No, I didn't know. No,
all right.
no.
Anyway,
It was
So-
a GI Joe, Frank. Does that make you feel any better?
How about this?
did
I
it
was
have a
asked
tongue to grip?
If I was asked if I rather you have COVID or a stomach virus, I would say COVID, not stomach virus. Okay, because I know how much stomach viruses suck, and I wouldn't want you to get one of those from
Thank
that
you.
person's mother, who we shall not be named.
Your ass is so burned from this party that you got a stomach virus from. All right, back to the menu.
4 years
Oh,
ago.
sorry. All right, back to the menu. Back to the menu. Go ahead.
All
So cocktails. Is there a party drink? Because a lot of the times people have an official
No.
cocktail of the evening.
No, it's just drink whatever you want.
There's not
gonna
a
do it.
Frankie Fizz or and nothing like that.
No, I didn't want to do that. There was that option. Could have had that, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Let's just get drunk. So it's let's see.
Shirley
So obviously
Temple.
the Shirley Temple. So it's obviously full bar, open bar. So we got past hors d'oeuvres. It's a cocktail party. So there's no sit down, menu with like
I can't sit down. I have to stand the whole time.
you could sit if you like. You could sit, but there's
Okay.
no like chicken, steak, or fish, thing. It's just there's an antipasta station.
Hold on. So I have to stand and eat like a vegetarian. Is that what you're saying? This is all very unclear.
I hate that you interviewed people for a living, right? Okay.
This is how it goes.
Just
All right, go ahead,
wondering.
I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
Okay. So we got past hors d'oeuvres, mini meatballs. We got prosciutto wrapped grilled asparagus, mini lump crab cakes with lemon caper aioli. We have Chianti barbecue chicken Milanese strips. As are the past hors d'oeuvres.
Hmm,
And then we have, isn't that nice?
sounds good.
Sounds good so far, right?
How do we get those mini meatballs and lump crab cakes to be big ones? Can we ask them to
Yes.
put a couple together?
You mash them together. That's the only
Got
way.
it. All right, I
There's
can do it
gonna
on
be
my own
plenty.
plate.
There's going to be
Okay.
plenty. Then we got, let's see, the antipasta station. Got a few stations around here. Antipasta station. We got the Italian cheese platters. We got meats, Italian meats platters. Lemon scented hummus
Ooh.
with Sardinian flatbreads and cucumbers. Then we have baked spinach and artichoke dip with potato crisps. We have, let's see, what is this? Fritti.
Hold on.
Which is-
Are those potato crisps for the whole?
Potato
the
crisps
whole?
for the table. Yeah.
Okay,
We got,
got it.
I wouldn't get anything unless it was for the table.
Got it.
Oh,
Now I roll. Wow.
I feel like I'm on
Fried
a roller
calamari
coaster
is next.
Oh,
simulation.
Then we got the arancini, the spicy red pepper, coulis, fried mozzarella, and tomato sauce. That's a nice.
Hold
little
on. Is
spread
it
there.
arancini or arancini?
It's arancini. It's her
Nice.
special recipe.
Class.
Then we got the fried galamad with the spicy marinara. Or the marinara.
not just like that. I was going to ask you to say it the correct way.
Okay. Then we have a pasta and pizza station.
Ooh, rigatoni alla vodka.
I am pro pasta. I'm not anti pasta.
Ooh.
Let's see. So, yeah, rigatoni alla. Do you have this menu in front of you?
No, not at all. Cavatelli, broccoli rabe, and crumble sausage. That sounds good.
You
That's what
do
kind of
have this menu in
that's what
front of
kind
you.
of pasta I would like.
All right, you're spoiling my menu read by reading it. No, you're fine. Yeah, rigatoni alla vodka, parmigiano reggiano. Then we have cavatelli with broccoli rabe and crumble sausage. Beautiful. Then we have thin crust pizza, 5 mushroom truffle, sausage, and broccoli rabe margarita pizza.
Holy shit! Wait, 5 mushroom truffle? That's
5
one
mushroom
pizza.
truffle. That's one pizza with
That's
Anthony's
sausage and
thinking
broccoli
about
rabe.
the gas on the way home. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit myself on the way home from this party.
You better wear a diaper.
I might shit your pants. Then there's a dessert station with Zeppelis. We're gonna have Zeppelis at the end.
Nice.
And cake. Obviously, there's cake, and then there's cannolis and Italian cookies.
How many people?
54.
You know,
That's a
54
lot of
people.
people. You don't even know 54 people. So what did you give some away to the
I
audience? I don't know.
I know people who know people. I said bring some guests.
Now this sounds like was this the and I'll ask Janine too because I know she's looking at the menu. Is this the Christopher Columbus package that he picked here, or
This is not. This is the indigenous people's special.
that would just have corn and turkey on it? You can't fool me.
That's messed up.
It's
No,
not
this
corn.
is,
It's maize. Go ahead.
This is the Frankie C special. Got all the stuff I like. Now there were options I could have added, taken, but I think we got plenty of food. I think it's gonna be good.
Now, is this all you can eat? All you can enjoy?
Yeah, just keep shoveling it.
I'm gonna bring a Ziploc bag with me.
Bring a zip it up.
So when I ship myself on the way home, I could refuel,
Do it, baby.
fill it up from the top again.
I'm saying. That's what I'm
All
talking
right.
about.
What were the choices you had to make? Did you make good choices? I don't even. What was there to
Yeah.
choose from?
There were different options for like which package. I got to choose from different packages, so I got to look at a few different packages. There was how the timing of everything. Then there was if I wanted to add, take away things, different plates, different platters, different
All right,
pizzas.
so it sounds like Frank didn't make a decision; that his wife made all the decisions, which is actually comforting. That's
It's
how
fun.
I
Yeah,
like it.
that's fine with me.
Yeah.
It all works though. It's all good.
Okay. All
She
right.
made all the good stuff. Yeah, you should bring the seafood boil that you made. When's that happening for us?
You will never get that kind of generosity from me ever.
Yeah, at least
That
we
is-
know.
That is far too much. I'll get you a couple of adult Happy Meals if you want. We could do that.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
McDonald's came out with an adult Happy Meal. Did you hear about this?
I heard something about it. I don't know what it consists of.
It's a 10-piece McNugget or a Big Mac, and it comes with fries and a drink, and it comes with an adult toy.
Ooh,
Not
is
the
that what
kind
it
that
sounds
Janine
like?
has.
Batteries
In
not
a-
included.
It's like throwback toys, like from when we were like kids.
Oh, we gotta get them.
Disney adult. There it is, right there. There's
Gotta get
Disney
'em.
adult. Yeah, see, this is exactly what. And so now I read this article from Bloomberg or some calculator nerd who's got to stick up his ass who's not got laid in years, and he figured out that it's like $4 more if you went and ordered all those items individually. It would be cheaper than if you got the adult Happy Meal. You're paying $4 more for all the same shit, just for the 10-cent toy that comes with it.
Right.
Yeah. And
So they are literally roping in adults.
Wait, how
no,
much is
they're
it?
figuratively roping in adults.
It's like $4 more to get all the things together.
I might have to go to McDonald's just for this.
Right?
Because you want the toy. Because I'll tell you, I'm curious what all the hubbub is about. Now, by the way, the employees hate it because they say they are slammed every single day
Yep.
from people having to make these boxes up of the fucking adult Happy Meal.
Well, I feel like whenever something big comes out, McRib, whenever it's Shamrock Shake time, don't they get slammed? This is just another time to get slammed,
I think it's
right?
even worse because you've got crazy hopped up 40-year-olds that have been eating shit food for the last 35 years coming in there hysterical over a fucking hamburger toy.
Well, it's the Hamburglar. Maybe.
Well, uh,
Why do you
Well-
want to go? Do you want the what am I missing here?
I want the toy because I heard it vibrates.
That's not I said
Listen.
not that kind of adult toy.
Back in the 90s,
No.
I remember McDonald's, I think it was McDonald's. They gave out, do you remember when Batman Forever Batman Forever came out?
Yeah.
With the Riddler and Two-Face. They gave out glasses that I had for years. They're gone now, but they were like quality huge glasses with like the Riddler, and the cane was like the handle, it was a mug. And
I
there was
remember that.
those are not cheap. They were like thick mugs and glasses, all that stuff. And they were like
glasses were a big deal.
Yeah, they were huge. And I thought that was a cool thing. I mean, if they're giving away something quality like that, that's pretty cool. But if they're giving away a little cheap, it's probably going to be a cheap piece of whatever that.
What's the purple guy's name?
Grimace?
Yeah, I get it. Janine's like, it doesn't matter if it's meant for adults or not. I'm going to use that Grimace to my advantage.
You got to get that Grimace, baby.
Fucking Grimace was designed after a butt plug anyway, so kind of.
Right.
Was he like
that thing?
Was he like a roided out chicken McNugget? Was he he was like king of the McNuggets, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never
what he
looked
was.
into the story of McDonald's.
I don't know. He was like a McNugget on steroids, I thought. Or like a mutated, hit with gamma rays kind of thing.
Hold on.
And there's Mayor McCheese and the Hamburglar, and
Mayor McCheese was the burger, right?
Mayor McCheese had a big burger head. Yeah. Regular body, suit, whole thing, and then a big burger head. Then you got the fry guys. It's all good stuff.
I vaguely remember that. All I know
There
is
was a
that
girl, I don't remember the girl's name. I can't remember. Remember there was that girl. It was like a bird or something. I don't know.
You guys are good.
don't say you guys. I have not remembered one of these people. This is
You-
all
You remember
Frank.
the Burger King, the McDonald's things we grew up with?
I don't. No.
All right. It was fun. I remember when they had, like, now you go to a McDonald's and they look like they look like prison kitchens. When we were growing up, they looked like fun places to like the kids, with the fun houses and the ball pits and stuff. Now they're just gray and white, and it's like you walk in, it's like, what the hell? Very sterile looking, which I guess is fine, but back in the day, looked like a fun place.
Yeah.
That's my rant. That's my McDonald's rant for the day.
Janine, you look like you're loading up something. I'm waiting. I've been waiting.
Nothing. I have to change my gift for Frank now. So now my mind is going. My mind is going. I have about 25 open browsers. I mean,
What?
open tabs on my browser.
I'm so annoyed that we have to get him a gift.
You don't gotta get me anything. Your
You should buy
presence
him
there alone is presence
tickets
enough.
to a game.
What'd you say?
Buy him tickets to a game.
Oh yeah, I've been in the mood to go to a hockey game lately.
I'm gonna give him stubs from the game that he missed. Here you go.
Couldn't go anyway. COVID, baby. But you don't have to get me nothing. Don't get me anything. Just show up.
I wasn't planning on getting you anything. What if I eat?
Good.
What if I only eat the mini crab cakes? Can I get you a mini gift?
That's what I'm eating. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to those crab cakes.
Miss Justice has a good question. Are we dressing up for Halloween?
Oh, there's an idea
Oh, I wish.
for the show.
Is Halloween on a Monday?
I don't know.
Yes, I definitely won't be here.
Where are you gonna be?
Where are you gonna be?
fucking out.
Monday night.
It's Halloween, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So no show for you. All right. Are we dressing up? I'll dress up.
I'll dress up if it takes minimal effort.
That sounds right. You know what we should do? Just putting it out there. We bring the members only on, members people on, all our members to show off their costumes.
Frankus has to be Trump.
Yeah, I don't know if adults really dress up, Frank.
No, like that's the point, though. You're only allowed on the show if you're wearing a costume. We'll bring on members. Yep. And we lost Jay Steps. Was that an idea? I thought that was a good idea.
It's an idea.
Okay.
It definitely came from your head.
It qualifies as an idea, technically. All right. I thought I had a good one.
I think we went through everything. Oh, the Adriana Chechik video. This poor girl.
Yeah,
Do you know who she is?
Who is she? Like a TikToker or a Instagrammer?
Yeah, I'm having I only when you don't know who somebody is, but you've heard like 6 different people mention her name like on internet, like people be like, "Oh, Adriana." I've heard more people talk about her than I know who the hell she actually is.
Okay.
Are you guessing, or is that a motorcycle outside?
There's a motorcycle. There's a motorcycle outside.
Your basement is a lot more soundproof than your bedroom is. That's for sure.
Well, I'm ground floor right now.
Keep that in mind when you're pounding away at your wife. People can hear it. Go down to the basement for that.
That's nice.
She's being described as a streamer and a porn star.
Oh, there you go.
Somebody said though that she plays video games naked.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Good for her.
That's like a whole thing. Somebody sent me a video once of like a streamer who played a video game naked. And then one day she put her shirt on. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then like a month later, she's like, hey guys, I'm naked again, playing a new game.
Yeah, how did that work out?
She was all butthurt that like nobody wanted to watch her just play video games. They just wanted to stare at her boobs. And it's kind of like, well,
got news for you. The video games. Yeah, we're not tuning in.
That being said, I do find this weird. This is like when they put a weird flavored potato chip out. Like, I don't want to taste key lime pie on my potato chip. I want to taste a potato chip. I don't understand why people want to watch a girl topless playing a video game. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
What do you like? What do you like to do? What are your interests? Hockey? Would you like to see a topless girl playing hockey?
Listen, if you sent me a clip, I'd watch it, but I don't think I'd be there subscribing to it. Like, I gotta go, guys.
You're a podcaster. You're a podcaster. You like podcasts?
Yes.
Would you tune into? You watch certain podcasts, I'm sure. Would you tune in more often if the women were topless?
I would. Again, I feel like I would check it out. Natural curiosity, I would check it out. But if you're not entertaining, I'm out. You're not. I don't care what you look like. I could see naked women anywhere at any time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just because you're sitting there naked. That's not enough of a draw for me.
Okay, so then
I would actually prefer you put a shirt on because I've come to a podcast to be entertained, laugh, be informed.
Well, what if it's both? What if you got both of those? You're entertaining and your tops off.
I don't know if you can. I mean, outside of Bert Kreischer, it's very hard to do both of those things. It really, really is.
It's the reason we don't have our tops off.
It's true. And it's something that should be separated out. Like, I don't want to taste key lime pie in my Oreo cookie.
That's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
You could have both. That's weird because you growing up, you were always the I want to try these different flavored chips and this different thing. I feel like those things are up your alley. Those different flavored chips.
I'm still like that because I'm curious. Like I'm always I don't know if this is curious or gullible. I'm always like, maybe this will be good. Maybe this will be the one. I don't want to miss out on it. Be like, oh, that one was actually really good. You know what I mean? I'm always curious to see if this is bullshit or not. But for the most part, I don't like.
Sometimes they're good. I was skeptical about like the pickle potato chips, dill pickle. They're not bad. They're not terrible.
No, I get it. It's just I don't know. Certain things belong in certain areas, and I don't like when it's like when
That's
people
racist to me. That's pretty racist of you.
when people like when people you remember like porn back in the day. Like there was a time where porn needed to be like funny, like they had to have
Did
like
it?
goofy jokes in it. Yeah, there was like a time in the late '90s, early 2000s where it's like it'll be funny to do like a joke thing here, and it's kind of like this is not what nobody's coming here for laughs. Like just stop doing that.
Yeah, I mean, the percentage of people who make it from porn to legit, like, oh, this guy's funny. Let's make him a star. It's like, well, I don't think that happens too often. So didn't
Very
have to.
few.
We're not here for the jokes.
Yeah. But anyway, this Adriana Chechik was at like a Twitch con thing and she jumped. She was on like that American Gladiator where you're on the stand and you're battling somebody. Then you
Yeah.
fall into the styrofoam pit and she jumps. She knocks the person over. They fall, styrofoam pit, no problem. She jumps off this thing and lands so awkward. Like you could just, it was almost like a Wile E. Coyote thing.
Well, I saw the video. She lands like on her tailbone.
Yeah.
But you think, I mean, you would think she's landing on the foam, like it's the pit is filled with like those foam square, the cubes, those giant foam cubes, and you think she would land on those and be fine, but apparently she hit ground. She went through those cubes and hit the ground.
That's what there was something there that was like there was like 3 foam cubes and then it was something hard because
not great.
Yeah,
I'm sure they've got to pay for that. Whoever put that thing up is going to pay for it. So what happened? She broke some bones, no?
Yeah, she busted all her shit. Yeah, I think she's got to get some, what do they call it, like rods?
Yeah. Yeah, she broke two what are they called? I forget what they're called. Spinal bones.
No, spinal bone sounds right.
Right? It's technical.
Yeah, that's about it.
So yeah,
was it her femur? Did she break a femur?
It's not her femur. Her femur is in her leg. I thought it was her backbones.
It's not a femur.
This is a ferret. Yeah, no, so it's got to be whoever put that thing up has got to be liable. No.
Yeah, 100%. She's gonna own part of Twitch when this is all over.
Yeah, I mean that's no joke. Your back, especially your back. Once you mess up your back, not fun. I've been there. Back pain, especially. I mean, I've never had, knock on wood, never had a broken bone in the back, but I've had what's it called? Herniated discs. And I had surgery to get that fixed, and it's no picnic. Before the surgery, it was no picnic. After surgery, 100% better. But before that, it's pain. Back pain is terrible, especially lower back.
Vertebrae.
Thank you, Oceani.
Robin as well. Good job.
Vertebrae. Thank you, Robin.
Vertebrae.
The word just slipped our minds.
Let's quickly run through the other things. Candace Owen released a trailer today for her Black Lives Matter documentary.
Okay.
And she again is tracking down $80 million that was raised, that's on the tax form for Black Lives Matter, and then is like going into certain areas that I guess and talking to people that were promised or people that were used as part of the fundraising for these things, and they haven't gotten shit.
Yeah, not cool. Hey, listen, if that's what's going on, and it's all the organization, there's a problem with that. Great, investigate, get to the bottom of it. But yeah, I'm fine with that.
Well, that's what I meant to say this the other day, but I got cut off from Frank trying to prove what a nice person he is, and also Jean trying to prove what a big piece of shit she is. Right. That's the difference in all the Kanye stuff with the White Lives Matter shirt and all that jazz, because you're talking about two different things. You're talking about when people say Black Lives Matter, there's two things there. There's the organization.
Right.
And there's the racial equality element. Right. I don't think anybody has a problem with the racial equality element, but except if you're from Alabama.
A lot of people do.
From the South. But then there's the other thing, which is the organization, which is apparently quite poorly run. So we'll see what this documentary turns up. But it has been, I do find it interesting how even this is broken off into a partisan thing where it's like the conservatives are just trying to prove how shitty this is. And is that to really,
Well,
here,
it is
is the thing
hypocritical.
is it to help people because they're not doing the job, they're ripping them off, get rid of them, do it right, or is it like
Listen,
it's just a great chance to shit on black people? I don't know.
I think it's a little hypocritical. Fine, investigate any organization out there that's doing something wrong. Yes. But when your own party backs organizations, Trump, who scams people out of millions, and you're fine with that, then and you pick and choose which organizations to attack, and you're like, I have no problem with this one, but yeah, this one's got to pay. It's like, well, either when someone does something bad, it's bad, or none of it. It's just it's a little hypocritical. I'm all for investigate and get to the bottom of stuff and find the money and all that stuff, but when you back people who run organizations that are just as corrupt, then it's being hypocritical.
You know what's shitty? Like I remember we even talked about this too. Like the people who started BLM, they were talking about. Remember one of the founders like bought like a $4 million home,
Yeah.
And it's like you hope that people don't do that. Like you hope.
Paul, I'm with you. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just hope people don't do that. But what's weird is at the same time, you have status is such a big part of fundraising, and it's mostly fundraising, not so much the social not social act. What am I trying to say here, Frank?
I don't know what you're saying.
Racial part of it, the equality part. It's not so much that part of it, like the fundraising thing. Like you see all these like huge galas and all these crazy things, and you think, why don't they just put the money into the thing and not have all this stuff? But oddly, you can't raise money without those big ridiculous fucking things.
Yeah, I don't get that so much either. But I don't know. It is weird that some of the money. Yeah, I don't get that either. But you're right. Those events, that bring the people that donate. So that's what
And
it
it's
takes.
like you don't want that person to buy that $4 million home. It's a shitty thing. In the same breath, though, when you live in the neighborhood with a $4 million home, you're rubbing elbows constantly with people that got money to fucking give. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a shitty thing overall. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what this documentary produces. I don't even know if we could. I hope she puts it somewhere where it's viewable because it's backed by the Wire, Daily Wire. Is that whatever Ben Shapiro's outfit is?
Ugh, make me vomit on that asshole.
Yes, not coming from the most unbiased thing, but again, if she's
Candace
telling
Owens,
these people's story,
Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro can go fuck themselves. They're both a bunch of assholes.
fair. But if she's telling people's story, she might actually be doing good journalism here. Who knows? We won't know until we take a look at it.
But point the camera at the guy that you're so diehard for, and bend over backwards supporting. I mean, the Trump organization is. Never mind. I'll go on off on that forever. Paul gets what I'm talking about. Look at the
let's
comment.
do this one. Let's do this one quickly because you gave me this one. Trump at a rally said that former President George H.W. Bush kept secret government documents in a combination bowling alley and Chinese restaurant and should be investigated for it.
Okay, two things there. Number one, what? And number two, he's dead. So you can investigate him if you want.
You
and
can't
find
threaten
out.
You're talking about George H.W. Bush. Okay.
Yeah, no, George H.W. Bush is dead. So I don't know. Fine, investigate. But he kept it in a Chinese restaurant bowling alley. What the hell are you talking? Jeb Bush, his son, was like, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Should have been three things. You should have said three things. Like, how good does a Chinese food bowling alley sound right now?
I'm in for that. That would be really
love it.
I would love that.
Do you know how much spin I'd get on my rotation with greasy fingers from the egg roll? I'd be
Who are you?
fucking lighting it up.
Who are you playing against the Mets?
That fucking thing. I got into a little thing yesterday. Let's go
You
do this
sure
quickly.
did.
Because I'm watching the fucking Met game, and this greasy-eared son of a bitch who's pitching for the Mets. I don't know his name now. Musgrove. This
Okay.
dude had the greasiest fucking ears. You saw the picture that I tweeted out,
I did.
and
And
I
they're saying,
go,
they were saying, oh, it was just sweat or whatever.
"What
I
do
don't
you
know.
think?"
I mean, the rest of his face did look shiny, from sweat, but that was like his ear was pretty up there on the sweatometer.
My wife had the line of the night. She goes, "If he's sweating so much, why isn't his neck wet?" And he looked at his neck, and it was bone dry. I'm like, "You are 1,000% right." His ear was that sweaty, and his neck was so dry, like it
Or like his
doesn't make
shirt,
any sense.
you couldn't see any dark dampness in his shirt or whatever.
Nothing. And like you can see the sweat, like his face was glistening too. There was sweat on his face, but not as much as his ears. And you look at his neck, and there is no sweat back there whatsoever. You will
Keep going.
never
Just gotta shut
convince
the
me.
camera for a second.
Yeah, you'll never convince me that greasy-eared son of a bitch was not cheating and doing something. So then I put that out on Twitter, and some guy writes back to me like, "What would that do?" And I had to literally Google the definition of a spitball where it says you could use spit or Vaseline because I said he had fucking Vaseline ears, right?
Right.
And he fucking he fucking goes, "I was just asking you a question, douchebag."
Yeah, he went off on you. That was great.
And then he
Saw that.
muted me, blocked me, whatever the fuck he did. And then I like snapped back. I'm like, how am I gonna live? But can I tell you something? A couple hours later, I was like, man,
It
I
hurt
kind
you a
of
little. I
snapped
could
at that
tell.
guy.
I could tell. It kind of hurt you a little.
No, it didn't hurt me at all. I felt bad for my overreaction. The same thing.
Yeah.
So Frank, some other guy goes, because you're a jagoff Met fan. And then Frank responds to him going, boy, that's a little much. But I don't see that you responded to him. I think you're just responding to me and what I said. And
Oh,
I took a swing at you.
did you take a swing at me? I thought that
Yeah,
you were. I
I
thought
don't know
that
what
was. I don't know what you said, but
no, I didn't take a
responded
swing
to
at
him.
you, but I was just swinging away. And when you said what you said, I just I tweeted right back at you, not realizing.
Were you throwing a few back? What was going on?
No, I was annoyed because the Mets were losing. I was really
Sometimes you drunk tweet though.
I did have 2 beers, but I wasn't drunk at all.
Yeah.
I love to drunk tweet.
Guys, follow us on Twitter. Look for us on Twitter. Anthony on air on Twitter, and the Frankie C. Yeah, it's fun times. We have laughs on there. It's good stuff.
I don't know what it is, but when I get a couple in me, I just want to start tweeting whatever's in my brain at that moment, which is dangerous. That's how we lost Roseanne.
You see? Just don't have Nazi shit in your brain. You'll be fine.
Well, I don't really. I'm not racist. I'm not really racist.
There you go. So then you're good. You're good to go.
Only on the occasion I'll say something about the Jews, but if Kanye can get away with it, I think I'm fine.
Oh, it's not good. He didn't get away with it. He's banned. You're banned.
No, but because I don't fear what I have to say, but when I get a couple in me, I go, I'll think of something and I'll go, this is really good. I got to share this with everyone.
That's drunk Anthony thinking that you got gold.
I think I have gold immediately once I have 2 or 3 in me. I'm like, this is gold. Everybody needs to hear this.
Yeah. Next day, Anthony goes back and goes, wasn't that great? I don't know.
I swung at that one kid and I felt really bad about it afterwards.
Didn't you block him or something? And you muted him?
He blocked me, and here's how you know you've hurt somebody: when they block you and then they screen cap it and tweet you one last time before they,
like a big middle finger. Hey,
yeah,
here you go. But did you apologize to the guy?
Maybe I'll apologize to him.
I mean, he's obviously a fan.
No, he's not. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck because I was tweeting and I was using like the hashtag. So people just
Could be
watch the
anybody.
games and follow the hashtag. So they were just
Yeah.
like, whatever.
All
But
right.
I did
Oh,
feel
maybe he
bad.
could have been a fan. You see, you're turning fans away.
I'll tell you what, it could have been.
He could have been. That was a potential fan that you let slip through our fingers.
That's true.
We're
This
-1 now.
the guy who called me a Jagoff Mets fan. I thought my response to him was great. Did you see that?
What did you say? I don't remember.
I don't even know if it'll fucking.
All right.
I don't even know if I can see it now.
Oh, you see, you built up all this
Son of a
whatever.
bitch.
Why did he delete his tweet?
Oh, okay. No, here it is. Here it is. Here, let me
So,
do it this
I bet it was a pearl,
way.
an absolute gem of a comment.
He wrote, here's his comment right there. He wrote, because you're a Jagoff man. Which, by the way, that kind of I hate Jagoff. I don't really love that.
I mean, I
thing.
think that's more of a playful thing. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Wow.
That's his profile picture. I don't know if that's him per se.
Yeah, you think he'd be a little more mature going off that profile picture.
Going off that profile picture. And then this was my response to him. I would
can't-
insult you back, but I don't want to upset one of our nuclear scientists right before a nuclear Armageddon.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
that was good. That was good. He kind of looks. He's giving that vibe.
He looks like he works at the fucking on the nuclear program. Fucking guy.
He looks like Don Draper's dad.
He does. It is exactly. That's pretty
He
good.
looks like Dad Draper.
He looks like he pulled Don Draper aside and said, "Son, you got to be around your family more."
Right. He did that.
All right.
That guy is Mr. Manhattan Project.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
All
he
right,
is.
well, you're turning people against us, and I don't appreciate that as the executive producer of this podcast. I got to tell you, you're losing fans for us here. What the hell's an earthquake fish?
I do appreciate how quickly you were on the scene there to defend me. I did appreciate that.
Well, when I'm tagged in something, I got to jump in and see what that's about.
No, you weren't tagged in that.
Oh, then never mind.
All right, so
so
down in Mexico, they caught this fish. It's an oarfish, and it's a very deep water fish, like down in the depths. They say it's seldom seen because it usually swims between 656 and 3,200 feet below the ocean surface.
Pretty deep.
And
That's what she said.
And yeah, so some fishermen in Mexico caught this thing, and it's huge. It's like the whole size of the back of a bed of a pickup truck, and it's really gross and disgusting looking. And then some guy from Chile wrote, that usually means there's an earthquake coming because plates are moving, so they swim to get away from it, and they must have been up high and they got caught. Some other dude from Chile goes, you don't have to believe me, but in Chile, that fish is a sign of a bad omen. Bad things are coming.
Holy cow. So when was this? When did this guy catch this thing?
It's like yesterday.
And any seismic activity that you're aware of?
I mean, nothing yet, but these things can slowly creep for a couple of days before they really hit.
Yeah. So where was this again? Chile? Or he caught this in Mexico, you said, right?
They caught it in Mexico, but all the Southern America, they
South
put it
America.
online and everybody started like going crazy.
Wow.
It can grow up to 56 feet long, this fish.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking fish.
It is a big, gross, disgusting fucking fish.
I'm assuming it's not good eating.
I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't. Maybe it is delicious. Who knows?
It looks gross. Like, what was it, like all pale and bug-eyed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Deep
a
water, baby.
big red thing coming off the top of his fucking head.
Oh, one of those bad boys. You think it
Yeah.
does the old bioluminescent thing where it lights up and stuff?
I don't know if it lights up, but it's red as fuck.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just look up earthquake fish. You guys will see it. It's an oarfish. Some people call it the Doomsday fish.
Oh, good. This fish
One
is
guy,
like, hey.
one guy wrote, "We're all gonna die." One guy just wrote underneath the picture, "We're all gonna die."
The Doomsday fish. The fish is like, I'm just swimming around. I just figured I'd visit Mexico. I heard nice things.
Mm-hmm.
But poor oarfish.
This is one fucking day after Biden was like, "Hey, nuclear Armageddon's probably happening." Now we got fucking Doomsday fish.
Doomsday
swimming around.
fish.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, once Doomsday cows start walking around, then we got a problem. You got to watch
We're
out for them
fucked.
Doomsday cows.
We're so fucked.
Yeah, no good there.
All right, you got anything else, big dog?
Just COVID.
You fought through it though. Big episode for you.
That's true. Got on yet. Hey, I didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss an episode. Had COVID on Friday. Did the show. Still got it on Monday. Did the show. Just saying.
You're unstoppable.
Not to pat myself on the back or anything, but
How many did I miss? I think I missed a whole week.
yeah, puss.
But then again, I had real COVID, not what you have.
That's true. I'll give you that. You had it when it was all the rage.
When it was in, I had it when it was cool.
It was cool. You're an ass.
I literally did have it when it was cool because like nobody was dying and it was still kind of dangerous though. It was like, oh, who knows? He could die. Nobody's worried about you dying. Like none of us have been concerned at all.
That's true. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, getting it now is not like it was. Again, thank goodness I was vaccinated. That's all I gotta say. Because if I can't imagine getting it, having the symptoms that I had, and not having the vaccine. In other words, I can't imagine worse. If I had worse than what I had, that would really suck because it's no joke. It knocks you on your ass. So it's still potent. It's still a powerful friggin' thing. COVID.
I'll catch shit for this from Janine, but I'm not saying there's no medical because I'm on the record of saying I believe in it. There's medical things to having the vaccine, but it's a mindset for me too. They could have given me water, and I would just be like, "I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be good." Like I will just believe it. Yeah, yeah. I'll find out 10 years from now. They just gave you water, and I'll be like, "Got me through it anyway. It doesn't matter."
The old placebo shot.
Yep.
I like Robin's comment around a doomsday fish for the table. That's pretty great.
Let's get the doomsday fish. Let's get the nachos with doomsday fish on top if you have.
Ooh, and a chimichurri.
Be great. Are you gonna serve up doomsday fish at your fucking party?
I wasn't, but you know what? If I could add it, I'll put some fucking doomsday fish on the menu.
All right, see what they can do.
150-footer. Just we'll carve that son of a bitch up.
56 feet. You'll be able to. That's a foot for everybody who attends the party.
You get a foot of doomsday fish. Right? That's your going up. That's your little party favorite you take home.
That's nice. I can't wait to hear this guest list because I didn't think you had more than 4 friends. So
you don't like any of the people that's there. That's me included.
That is true.
Yeah. You're gonna have a good time, buddy.
That's true. Little super chat for Robin for being hilarious all the way around.
Oh, very good.
Robin's a VIP of this episode.
Annie, thank you for sending that. That's very, very kind.
Generous as always, Double A. We appreciate that so very much. All right, that's it for us. Well, actually, Wednesday's the last show. There will be no Friday show because
of this guy.
Selfish prick. But maybe we'll do a little behind the scenes something for members only. So make sure you guys join up before.
It'll be longer than my stupid video from a few weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Show me potato salad.
Stay well, Frank. Don't die on me.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.
We'll never recover from that. Members will leave.
Also, buy Jumpstart coffee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Buy Jumpstart coffee. That's important too. They're the best coffee ever. Probably Frank didn't have Jumpstart before he got COVID. He might have been able to save himself.
You see that? We'll never know.
Stupid vaccine talk. All he had to do was take a sip of coffee on Friday and he'd have been just fine.
Son of a bitch.
Lesson learned.